Namaha Namaste. Today I'd like to share with you a meditation that is inspired from this Rasa Sadhana journey of the 9 emotions. It is a practice that is around one of those emotions called Karuna. Karuna has 2 meanings. The first one is sadness. The second one is compassion. And they're very much linked. The idea is that we experience a range of emotions in this human experience, and they're all important. They all have a purpose, and yet some are more medicinal than others. Sadness, Karuna, is one that we can get really stuck in the individual journey with sadness and almost be overwhelmed with grief. So there are these tools that we have accessible to all of us to transform that individual sense of loss to develop a collective experience of compassion. This is a specific meditation. It's a visualization that I offer. I call it moving from our pond of sadness to the collective sea of compassion. So let's begin by finding a comfortable seat. Allow the shoulders to roll. Maybe invite a few half neck rolls. Ask yourself, are you comfortable? And make sure you're as comfortable as you can be. As you exhale, sense the earth. As you inhale, open up to the sky and air. Let the eyes soften, maybe even close. If they remain open, find one spot to gaze. And feel a softness land on the shoulders, in the lower back, inviting a natural breath. Now, in the mind's eye, we will travel. And first, in yourself, name something very specific that you are sad about. Something very precise. And name it. And in the mind's eye, place this sadness into a little pond that you can sit in front of. It is your own pond of sadness, very unique to you. So in the mind's eye, imagine what the pond looks like, the color, what's around it, what kind of plants or grass are growing around it. Maybe you can look into the pond and see the bottom or what's in it. Like your own pond of sadness made from the tears that you've shed. You might feel the sadness in yourself right now for this very specific thing. And you keep looking at this pond. Then you start to become aware that there are others around you, and begin to look up, look around, and see that there are other people sitting in front of their ponds. See that there's other people sitting in front of their ponds feeling sad. And for a moment you just recognize that there is sadness, and there are people experiencing their own sadness just as you are experiencing your own sadness. As you sit with that, for a moment, decide to stand and look out a little further, kind of curious how far it goes. You start to stand in your mind's eye and you start to see beyond the people in front of their ponds this majestic sea in the color that you want. Maybe there's moonlight or there's sun, but it's this gorgeous sea that feels so welcoming. And you can see it. You look out at it. And you make sense a feeling of awe and wonder with the sea, maybe shimmering, or just the color, or just the calmness. You might even see dolphins or birds, just anything. Just the sea can be alive with different beautiful animals. And then you start to kind of look back and you start to realize something that you missed before, that all of a sudden, as you look back to your own pond from that sea, you see that there's a little stream. And this little stream is going towards the sea. And you start to notice everyone's pond has a little stream that's going out to this sea. That all of our sadness is feeding into this majestic sea of compassion that inspires us to perhaps take action, inspires us to have meaning. And take just a few moments, just in that awareness of your individual sadness, the pond, the stream, and the sea. Just this awareness that it's all connected. And without you experiencing your individual sadness, you would not develop the compassion of action and of service. On the next exhale, feel yourself back in your body. Maybe just start to inhale deeply, and with an open mouth exhale, releasing the breath. Inviting some gentle movements in the shoulders, maybe the spine oscillating side to side, flexing forward and back. And then on the next inhale, draw both shoulders to your ears. And as you exhale, lower down the shoulders. And gently open up the eyes. And so if you practice this just several more times, soon you'll do it on your own. And at any point when there's that overwhelming sense of sadness, you can sit with it, name it, and then start to develop that frequency of expansion from the individual to the collective without loss of the either. They're both important. Thank you for journeying through Karuna. Namaha, namaste.